George?
This is a York map. I'm over here. And the public library is over here.
Okay. George sure does a lot of flying, though, doesn't he? Library.
There isn't much going on. What's that hammering noise? As I turn my head toward the Victorian desk, I see the source of the insufferable noise. The librarian is torturing her keyboard. I hate computers. Might be connected to the fact that I'm not very computer literate.
Eh.
I'm not old-fashioned, but I prefer more plain calendars, without these awful pictures that completely destroy the mood. My mood, at least. No way, I'm not taking it.
Oh, we can't take the calendar.
She's typing something on her keyboard. Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, please?
We got some stuff to talk about.
Do you know anything about the Templars?
Only a little. They were a pop group that made quite a splash in the 60s, you know. The ones with the mop-top hairdos.
I think the group you're talking about were the Beatles. The Templars are some sort of chivalric order whose descendants tried to take over the world recently. You don't believe me, do you?
Not really, sir.
Well,
There's not much going on today, is there?
You're right. It's because Revolution Software is holding a public launch of their new computer game. It's called Broken Sword. Do you know it?
I don't, and to be honest, it doesn't really sound that great. I don't think it'll be a success. In a few weeks, no one will be talking about it anymore.
nice.
So, what are you writing there?
None of your business.
Sorry, I only asked.
I was joking, sir. My late mum always told me be friendly and funny to all the people you meet.
Yeah, very funny.
Stop making fun of me.
I'm sorry,
I was just taking the mickey out of you.
Stop it.
Okay, I see. You're not a humorous person.
Yes, I am. I can be extremely funny. Why did the blonde climb up a glass wall? There was someone outside the door who told me that joke. Don't you think that kind of joke is cruel? Well, let's change the subject.
Oh, George. George.
I need some information about one of your members, Jimmy McLaughlin.
I'm afraid that's impossible.
Why?
Because I can't just hand out private information to a complete stranger. Data protection, you see.
Sure, but I'm not a stranger, am I?
Aren't you? Then you must be Michael Burns, the one Mr. McClough said was his best friend.
Yes, I am.
Funny, I made the name up.
Damn it.
Well,
Well, thanks anyway. Bye.
Bye!
I don't know if that would have really made much of a difference, but whatever. Guess we'll have to look elsewhere. Well, we can go down the stairs, it looks like. Let's see if there's anything else we can check out here.
From Goth to Rowling to Tolkien, everything's available.
Huh.
I haven't read a book not dealing with the Templars in a while.
Well, you've been busy with that kind of stuff. It's understandable. Student. See if we can get any information out of him.
He looks restless and nervous.
Kinda does.
Excuse me.
Yes?
My name is Stobart. George Stobart.
Hi. My name's David.
Hi, David.
See if we can learn anything from you.
Does the word Templar ring any bells?
Sorry, I don't know anything about that. I'm studying animal science, and it's nothing about animals, is it?
Actually, it kind of is. A weasel and a gorilla are working for them.
A weasel and a gorilla? How?
That's a long story.
Ah, I see. Unfortunately, I'm in a bit of a rush with this. I have to hand in my essay next Monday, and I haven't even half finished.
Cheer up. I'm sure you'll make it.
Thanks. I wish I had your confidence.
Do you know if the librarian's always so strange?
You mean Mrs. Leroy? Not always. She's just having a bad day today. Her computer, the one she watches over like her own child, has already crashed twice today. It's made her a little jumpy. Now she has to catch up on an incredible amount of work, which explains why she's literally bludgeoning her keyboard.
Why did her computer crash?
Because some electrical cable in the basement doesn't work properly. It takes at least an hour until that can be repaired. And now, poor Miss Leroy has to do all the work by herself.
Don't you have a janitor?
The caretaker is at a presentation, something about a computer game.
I see.
Of course.
Listen, David, can you tell me where I find the fuse box in the basement?
What do you want to do there?
Things.
Well, down the stairs, second door to the right, then left and down the corridor.
Thanks, I wouldn't have found it by myself. Now I know where to go in the basement.
Gasp. Well, it's time we head down into the basement and check out this fuse box. Can't be that hard to find, can it? Suppose it could be, but I think we can figure it out. Oh boy. Let's make a save here. Let's see. Got some stuff, some more stuff. Fuse box is right there. Oh, it probably wouldn't have let you come down here normally, would it? Something like that.
This must be the main fuse box, which is the one the librarian's computer is connected to. Damn, it's stuck. I can't open it with my bare hands.
Huh. Always messing with the fuse box, aren't you, George?
It's seen better days, I think. I'm not going to clean up.
Why not, George? Come on. Help out. Football shirt?
Hey, a football shirt.
What's this doing down here?
It says York United. There's a notepad.
Structure of the electric box. Standing fuse box. Whoever constructed this device must have a screw loose. It didn't come with a manual either. Just this useless sketch. What I've found out so far, the numbers of the buttons that must be pressed are in ascending order. The sum of the numbers of the second and the third button is 7. The last button has an odd number. Okay. So the order, it's in ascending order. The sum of the numbers of the second and third is 7. The last button has an odd number. Okay. Okay, can we okay. Well. So I guess we're gonna have to solve a puzzle here. It won't be too ridiculously difficult. First, let's get it open. The screwdriver, obviously. Open it up.
This should work.
Should, in theory. There it is.
This must be the main fuse box.
Okay. Not used. Attention, in case of emergency, press 3 buttons in the correct order to turn off the power. The lower panel controls additional networks. Does that like reset it or something? I don't know. So, what do we got? That's not... I guess it just resets on its own. No, that's not it. First three. No. I'm basically just guessing at this point. Okay. It did say they're in ascending order, didn't it? Pretty sure that's what it said. Let me look at that notepad thing again. Okay, so... yeah, ascending order. So the last button is odd, and the second and third button you push add up to 7, so let's see. Let's see. I think that would have normally worked, but let's see. No. So the third button is odd. That doesn't work. That doesn't actually do anything. I've already done that order. Let's see here. Okay, let's see. There we go.
Mrs. Leroy leaves her desk.
She did not look pleased. Card index box.
That's the card index. Let's see. Here's the card index. Manish, Marworth, McKinsley. Aha, there it is. McLaw, Rangersfield Hall. Somehow, I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh, this could be bad. So now we know where we need to head now. It's way over there, Rangersfield Hall. Oh boy.
This stately home somehow reminds me of the Villa de Vasconcelos.
Kinda does, actually.
Somehow I feel nervous.
Yeah, maybe we should save just to be safe. In case something unforeseen may happen. Look at everything over there. You can leave that way. Doorbell.
How can I help you?
Hi, my name is Stobart. George Stobart. I have an appointment with Mr. McLaw.
Strange. He didn't tell me about it. Besides, he has a visitor right now.
It's really important.
Okay, come in. I'll show you the way.
Thanks.
Mr. McLough's room is at the end of the northwest passage.
It must be cold up there in the Arctic region. Thanks very much.
Okay. Can't check anything over there. Walking down the hallway, walking down the hallway.
Without the seal, we won't have a chance. That could cause problems. And you think this American knows something?
Definitely. He's real nosy.
If you're right, we'll get all the necessary information about the order.
How will we catch him, Jimmy?
I've had two of my best men take care of him. I should be here soon.
Even though I can't stand the man, we did agree that you wouldn't hurt him. You only want his information.
Sure, that's what I said.
Could I use your toilet, please?
Of course, it's just down the corridor.
George!
Andre, you sneaky traitor!
It's not what you think. They only want to talk to you.
Uh-huh. Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Mr. Stobart, we'll talk to you later. In the meantime, you can get familiar with your new roommate. If you aren't familiar already, that is.
Well, this is no good. So who's this dude?
I can't see who he is. Who are you? Ah!
You seem surprised, Mr. Stobart.
How did you...
You're not the only one who can play tricks.
But I saw you lying dead on the floor of the train compartment.
Immediately before I got on the train to Bannockburn, I put on a bulletproof vest. After all, unlike you, I knew what was ahead of us and who we would encounter along the way. A blood cartridge was an incredibly useful means to feign my own death.
And how did you escape?
That's a very long story.
Meanwhile...
I have followed George to England. I haven't heard from him since his arrival in York. That's not like him at all. I'm really worried. There's something in my bag, but the usual items carried by any woman, and a phone number.
So we get to play as Nico again. That's interesting. On the phone.
Jimmy McClough?
Who's speaking, please?
My name is Nicole Collard. I'm a TV journalist with the French channel Canal 1. We were thinking about airing an extensive portrait of you, which would include an interview. After all, you're one of the most renowned historians of our time.
It sounds really tempting, but I think I'm going to have to turn you down.
That would be a great pity. We're one of the most successful channels in Europe. Our ratings are very high, which would guarantee that your portrait would find a great audience. You would be able to tell generations of people about your views on some of the most historic events. I mean, you're one of the very few allowed to oversee the preparations for the first moon landing. You were able to follow Armstrong, Aldrin, and the others during their training for the mission. It would be a shame if the public were denied these unique insights.
I must admit that you've done your research well.
Thanks.
Under the circumstances, I'd be happy to meet you here at my house sometime.
This may sound a little forward, but how about conducting the interview today?
Today? You TV people move awfully quickly, don't you?
That's our trademark.
Very well then. I'll be at my house at 2 o'clock. For reasons of security, I can't tell you my address over the phone. But you can meet me secretary at the History Museum. She's leading a tour for a group of children there. I'll phone her and tell her you're coming. She'll bring you here. I'm sorry that I have to make it this complicated, but there really is no other way. There have been attempts to assassinate me. It seems as if I don't only have friends. I'll wait for you till 2 o'clock. That's in 20 minutes. If you're not there by that time, we'll have to postpone our meeting by about 3 weeks, because I'm going on a 3-week business trip today.
Attention, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Derek Stevenson. I'm with the York Police Force. There has recently been an unpleasant increase in theft of luggage at this airport. That's why we are carrying out a routine search. Please stay calm. There's no need to panic. But apart from the airport staff, nobody will be permitted to leave the premises while the search is underway. This should take no longer than 40 minutes. My colleague will give you all further instructions. We apologise for the inconvenience and thank you for your patience.
Damn, I have to be at McClough's house in 20 minutes.
Well, we gotta do something about this. Alright, Watchman, what are you doing over there?
He looks pretty embittered and stern.
Oh, that's nice.
This entrance is for staff only.
Oh, okay.
Stop. You can't go in there. This entrance is for staff only. I must see your ID card.
Well, I left it inside the room. May I fetch it?
Section 4, paragraph 3 of operational guidelines clearly states no access to sealed areas for unauthorised persons.
Maybe you could fetch my bag for me.
Well, not really, but I suppose I could make an exception. What does it look like?
Well, there are small hearts on its left side, spelling out, I love you.
One moment, please. I'm afraid your bag is not in this room.
And you really can't let me in?
Section 4, paragraph 3 of...
Okay, I understand. Have a nice day.
Okay, well, boxes.
I've had an aversion towards boxes for some time now. No idea why. I don't want to know what's inside.
Let's check out this Watchman, see if he has anything to say.
There's another of those stuffy watchmen.
Wait a minute. Only airport and flight personnel are allowed to leave the complex.
Don't I look like one of them?
That's beside the point, miss. May I see your ID, please? You know, regulations.
There's a slight problem with that. My husband mislaid my handbag this morning, and I couldn't find it anywhere. and now I'm unidentifiable, so to speak.
Sorry, miss, but without an identity card, I can't let you leave the premises.
Okay, I understand.
Alright, I was gonna say, what's going on? Is this what I think it is? Could it be? I think so.
Nice couple. They seem familiar somehow.
Wonder why that could be.
Excuse me?
Yes. Oh, Miss Collard.
Do we know each other?
I met you and George in Quaramone about 4 years ago. George was in prison, and you were going to a meeting with General Graciento. Do you remember?
I do now. But I don't remember your name.
Dwayne Henderson. I was there shopping with my enchanting wife, Pearl.
Ah, oui. Monsieur Henderson. Nice to see you again after such a long time.
How are you doing?
So. I'm looking for George. Ah, George! How is he? I'm afraid I don't know. I haven't heard of him in a few days now.
That's how men are. Sometimes they need some distance from us women. He'll call you back, honey.
That's not really George's style.
Well, George does behave a little strange occasionally.
What brings you to York?
Pearl and I are here on a stopover. On our way to Morocco. We want to have a look at some old ruins there. And as we're there anyway, we'd like to do a little shopping tour.
Here in York, we've already seen the traditional happiness fair.
You traveled all this way to see a fair?
It's not just some fair. It's possibly the most important invention in entertainment in living memory. Apart from the TV, maybe.
Besides, the second biggest wheel in the world is here in York.
When we arrived, it was closed for repairs.
I'm sorry?
There's no need. We went on the water roller coaster twice instead.
Whee, that was fun.
Especially when you kept screaming into my ear all the time.
Don't be so prickly, Bumblebee.
Oh, Bumblebee. May I ask you how long you and George have known each other?
Since we met in Syria. That was in 1994, I believe.
1996. In 94, we visited my grandparents in Canada.
Oh, yes. Terribly boring there. And all those strangely dressed policemen.
Mounties.
What?
Those policemen you're talking about are called Mounties.
Whatever. Those Mounties were constantly watching us and kept inquiring. Life isn't easy in Canada for an American tourist.
Those Mounties were just being nice and polite.
I don't think it's nice and polite to ask how I'm doing and where I'm going 3 times in a row. That's intrusive. That's what it is.
If you say so, honey.
It's really interesting to listen to you, but unfortunately, I haven't got much time. Have you ever heard of a historian called Jimmy McClough?
Oh, yes, we were in his museum.
The History Museum?
That's the one, you know it?
Not really, but I have an appointment with his secretary. After that, I'm going to meet Mr. McClough in person.
You are gonna meet Mr. McClough? The Jimmy McClough?
Yes, in about 20 minutes. If I don't make it in time, I'll miss my chance and I'll have to wait 3 weeks. But with this search going on, I can't get out of the building.
That's a disaster. You don't get to meet Jimmy McClough every day.
If we can help you in any way, just let us know.
Okay, thanks. What makes this fair so special?
It's simplicity. There aren't so many attractions there. But these few are just marvelous.
Well, I've never been a fan of fairs. You're missing out! You didn't by any chance see George at the fair, did you?
No, I don't think so. Did we, Dwayne?
Don't think so. Sorry.
Well, thanks anyway. Could you do me a favor?
Yes?
Could you somehow distract that watchman over there?
That police officer?
Exactly.
Do you want to get into that room?
It's my only chance to get out of the building before my 20 minutes are up.
Okay, we'll help you.
Alright. I want that drink.
Excuse me, sir.
What can I do for you, Mom?
May we take a photo with you? You don't see a real British policeman every day. Especially when you come from America.
It's an honour, Mom. But you know, we have a policy.
To hell with your policy.
But I think we're gonna go ahead and cut the video here. So let's save. So when we come back, we're gonna try and get this ID card and see if we can get out of here. So thanks for watching, guys, and I shall see y'all next time.